Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and today we're going to be focusing on the area between the marina and the main street, and we're going to turn it into Old Market Square. Old Market Square is actually the centre of real life Nottingham. It's called that because it's very old and it used to have the market in it every week. Here's a quick video to see what it looks like today. So the real life is going to be an influence on what I'm going to be doing here, in that I'm going to be trying to put in buildings with shops in them, lots of interesting paving and fountains, and even a tram line going past, which, as you know, I've started up here. I'm also going to have lots of people and scenes going on in the market square. So let's get going. First, I think we need a building. Now, as I said, the centre of real life Nottingham is Old Market Square, and it's a dense shopping area, lots of different shops around, and that's what I'm going to try and replicate in Brick Nottingham. So the first of those shops is the bike shop from set 60026 Town Square. Now that set was from 2013, contained 914 pieces, and sold for £80 or $120. It's a really good set, the Town Square set. It's got lots of different builds in it, a crane, red bus, great statue, a pizza restaurant that we'll see before too long, and this one, the bike shop. It's a corner build, and it's very attractive indeed. So I'll show you through this shop and the changes I've made, and then we can put it into Old Market Square. So the first thing to show you is these signs advertising a sale of 50% off helmets. You only get one of these with the set, but I found another one in a Bricklink store, so I bought that quite a while back. And they're really good, and they add to the scene that will be spilling out onto the pavement, but I'll put those to one side for now. Now, one of the main things I've done to this set is made it so it can be split into layers like modern sets can. So we've got the roof that comes off, and then we've got the first floor that can come off. So the ground floor I've decided to tile, and I tiled it with this light tan and green stripe motif, mainly because those are the colours that I had available. But I think it gives it a nice pattern with this revolving door dominating the ground floor. I've also added some more interesting helmets to the helmet rack. I've got a green one with fire on and a blue one with some striping and all sorts on there. And I've added to the mannequins in the window, and I've added some real sort of biker shirts. You can see one's got a scorpion on and one's got oil on. We've got a red stars helmet and a black heavily patterned helmet there as well. I've also added to the area here with a bit of tiling just to make it look a bit smoother. And the shopkeeper, who I'm going to call Angus, because he's a bit angry and he's got ginger hair, so I'm going to call him Angus. And he's a big biker, as you can see. He's got his gloves on because he's been doing some dirty work. And he's got sort of skulls on his biker jacket. And he's got a Mohican and looks pretty angry. So I'll put him back in the ground floor. Now this is not just a motorbike shop, but it's also a bicycle shop. So this helmet, which is more modern than this set, could be for either a motocross motorbike or even just a mountain bike, really. And you can see I've added the tiling and the jumper plates in order to make this stackable. So that's the ground floor. Next up is the first floor, so I might as well put it onto the floor below. Gentle press, there we go. Now, also in Bricklink stores, I've managed to pick up a whole another set of these 4 windows, so I've got the bike shop signing on both floors, which just gives it that joined together look. I've had to move those obviously from where they're originally placed using my hot tea technique, patented. And on the second floor, it was already this orange and black tiled floor, and I don't mind it, so I'm going to keep it, even though it's quite different from the one below. And we've got normal push bikes mounted to the wall, as is often the case in stores like that. And I've got 2 motorbikes, a lime green one and a red one, for sale, and they've got their details of each of the bikes on a little sort of plaque nearby. It's a bit busy, but I kind of like it that way. We've got a customer having a look and admiring one of the bikes. Then we've got more helmets, a blue one with flames on this time, a cycle helmet, and another one which is viewable from the outside, which is more of a sort of space helmet type, but nonetheless looks pretty good. And there we have the upstairs floor. Now this building obviously is open backed, and it's open backed on 2 sides. I don't mind that, because I think Lego City should have open back buildings and lift offable roofs and so on, so you can get at them. It's not real life after all. And as long as from the main viewing angle of the room we're looking at the building from the front, then it largely looks like a normal building. It doesn't need to have a back on it. So I'm very happy with that. Last but not least is the roof, which also just gently pushes on. We've got this lovely bike shop sign that's being lit up by the 3 spotlights in front. Excellent. Well, I think we should make this the first shop of Old Market Square in Brick Nottingham. So I think I'm going to put the bike shop here. Since it's a corner build, it fits well on the end, and I want it facing in towards the room. This area where Robin is going to be very open, so it kind of faces onto that open area. Now it's currently a bit too big for its base plate, and also I can't have that base plate on top of the road plates, so I'm going to have to decant it off its current plate onto the plates that are already there. So let's do that. Okay, so there's the base transferred. I could just put the rest of the building on there. So that's a good start, I think. Next, I need to work out where to put my fountains. Now these are from set 40221, which was a free with purchase set from 2016 called Fountain, and had 105 pieces. And if you saw a recent brick haul of mine, you see I changed the heads of those, so they were Ninjago heads with a sort of cracked stone look, as opposed to being plain light bluish grey head pieces. There were 2 options for the statues in this set, a lady or a soldier. I've got some soldier statues elsewhere in my city to come, so I thought I'd have a pair of winged ladies holding flags mirroring each other. So I'll probably put these as a pair, sort of here and here. And then I've also got to put on some of the benches that also came with that set. Sort of this nice dark blue, or earth blue it's sometimes called, as well. So I'll get on with positioning those. And just so we have a change from the light bluish grey that I use for a lot of my pavements and sidewalks, I'm going to use tan and dark tan together to make a bit of a interesting contrast. So then I'll have dark bluish grey for the roads, light bluish grey for normal pavements, and then tan and dark tan for the rest. So I'll get on with that. Okay, I've done most of the tiling now of the square, and I've used tan and dark tan, as I said, and I've managed to get this sort of star-shaped pattern, which is almost like a Celtic knot, in the middle of the square, but also going up these steps. So I've got steps going up that are just one plate distance apart, and you'll see there's some gaps, and I've just left those so I can put the fountains in on camera. And you can see I've already put in the 4 benches backing onto the fountains. I think that looks rather good. And I've also tiled in this area, put in some drains, put the signs on for the sale at the bike shop, and it's looking pretty good. I think the next thing I'll do is continue this tram line past the back of the bike shop. I've already measured, so I know I've got enough room for the tram to get past. Okay, that's the tram line in, going straight along following the path of this road. I've put in a stop here just temporarily, so pretty soon I can get the tram up and running, and then we can have a tram cam and everything else. And that's enabled me to tile all around this area and behind the bike shop. I've also added quite a lot of people, minifigures, to the new Market Square area, and they're all up to something or other. We've got a lady waving to Clutch Powers on his new black bike from a recent brick haul. Got a water fountain, which is just a sort of simple construction. You can see there, just for public use. At the top middle, got a lady with her shopping, in line with the 2 on the other side of the road who are all coming out of the Grand Emporium. Got a man on a bench, a skateboarder who's jumping down the steps, little girl on roller skates, a dog that's found a leftover biscuit or cookie on a park bench and has recently made a deposit on the square, which is being cleaned up by her runner owner. Then we've got 2 school children who've been presented a cheque, which is part of the brick bank set, and they're being interviewed by a TV anchor and a TV film crew. And they're quite good, these TV guys. They've got the old TV torsos and headphones on and a camera, and the other one's the sound guy. So I've just sort of created a very basic mic, boom mic, even though she's got a microphone. So that looks good. Then we've got another little girl feeding a sausage to her husky dog, and a boy who's found a coin on the street. So I think it looks good having a nice busy town square, and it'll look even more in keeping when I've got a few more cars on the road and continued these shops to the left area. Brilliant. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate the view. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, I think we'll take a break from the Market Square area and look at a recent purchase I made for my fairground and the amendments I'm going to make to it. See you next time!